sure you do too. When we have a dream, we keep on trying to make it happen relentlessly by trying to follow it, no matter what obstacles we face. I believe everyone is familiar with American Idol. It amazes me to see how many people all over the country wait in the longest line ever to get that one singing audition. In many cases, when you audition, you better be ready for some cruel criticism from the judges, Randy, Steven Tyler, and Jennifer. You better hope you make a good impression so they won't humiliate you or terrorize you in front of millions of people on national television. Can you imagine how painful some of the comments can be, let alone how it affects a person? People are willing to pay the price for success, even though that success is not always guaranteed. The outcome of each season is only one winner, not 2 or 3 winners, one winner. Yes, we will all endure pain in the process of becoming relentless after a dream. In 1 Corinthians 9:24-25, it says, "You have all been to the stadium and seen the athletes race. Everyone runs, one wins. Run to win. All good athletes train hard. They do it for a gold medal that tarnishes and fades. You're after the one that's gold eternally." I want to draw your attention to a man named Abraham. Abraham was a godly man who was tested by God many times in the Bible. To me, his ultimate test happens in Genesis 22. God calls him to Abraham one day saying, "Abraham." Abraham says, "I'm listening, Lord." God says, "I want you to sacrifice your only son, Isaac, as a burnt offering for me." You see, Isaac was Abraham's only son, his most prized possession. He waited his whole entire life for Isaac and finally received him. Abraham could have said, "No, Lord, you're asking too much of me. I can't follow you anymore. I can no longer." But instead of complaining, Abraham gets up early the next morning, gathers his servants and his supplies, and gathers his son and starts on their journey. As they're walking, Abraham tells his servants to stay behind, and him and Isaac will continue on the journey. As Isaac and Abraham are continuing on the journey, Isaac asks his father, "Father, where's the supply? Where's the burnt offering? We have all the supplies, but where's the burnt offering?" So once Isaac and Abraham start walking, God points out the mountain, and Abraham and Isaac start building the altar. Can you picture this? Isaac building his own altar to his own death without knowing it. Once Isaac and Abraham finish building the altar, Abraham binds up Isaac, places him on the altar. He has his knife ready in his hand, about to kill Isaac. But then the angel of the Lord calls out in Genesis 22:12, saying, "Don't lay a hand on that boy. Don't touch him. Now I know how fiercely you fear God. You didn't hesitate to place your son, your dear son, on the altar for me." You see, God provides for us when we relentlessly follow after him. Just like he provided for Abraham a burnt offering, and just like he spared his son. I can only imagine how Abraham was, jumping up and down, praising God, because he spared his son. The angel of the Lord calls out a second time in Genesis 22:15-18, saying, "I swear God's sure word, because you have gone through with this and have not refused to give me your dear son, I'll bless you. Oh, how I'll bless you, and I'll make sure that your children flourish like stars in the sky, like the sand on the beaches." Can you imagine what would happen if we had that drive for God, just like the American Idol contestants do for their dream? Or like the many tests Abraham went through, and he kept relenting through all the obstacles. You can't tell me God doesn't provide for us when we follow relentlessly for him, or he doesn't bless us. God is proof of that. Abraham is proof of that. The good news is that with God, we don't have to wait the next season to become winners. He makes us all winners. How awesome is that? All we have to do is relent like Abraham and keep pushing like the American Idol contestants do after their dream. I challenge you to see what will happen when you are relentless after your dream. When you are relentless after the one. Are you willing? I want to leave you with Philippians 3:14. I'm not saying that I have all this together, that I haven't made, but I'm well on my way, reaching out for Christ who has so wondrously reached out for me. Friends, don't get me wrong. By no means do I count myself an expert in all this, but I got my eye on the goal, where God is making us onward. To Jesus, I'm off and I'm running.